Hello Disney fans! I'm assuming you're a Disney fan if you are here watching this video, because in this video we are going to talk about Disney's newest release, Raya and the Last Dragon. I am going to be sure not to give any spoilers. If I accidentally say something, I'll catch it in the edit bay, so you will not be ruined on the movie. And you will get to enjoy it in its full value, as we did. Before we begin, I am using my new green screen. I have not ironed it or washed it or anything. I just pulled it out of the packaging and put it up. So there are lines in it. So I'm hoping, because I'm going to be putting images back here, I hope that that isn't a problem for it, but we'll find out. I apologize. This is my first time using the green screen, the first movie review that I'm doing. So hopefully you guys can hang out with me and let's get into it. I first want to say that this movie is one of my favorite Disney movies. I really I enjoyed the story and the visuals. We watched it last night and we finished around 9 p.m. and that was a little late for bedtime, but we let them stay up a little bit so we could watch it. And after bed, we put the kids to bed. After they were asleep, I decided to go to 2 different Walmart stores in cities further than just a couple of cities over to find this. I just had to have her. And if you don't know who this is, I will talk more about her later, but this is The Last Dragon, Sisu, the water dragon. She is, I think, my favorite part of this movie. We'll talk about her though in a little bit. Let's talk about the movie and where it gets its influences from. It is based in Southeast Asia. You have Cambodia, Laos, Thailand, Vietnam, Singapore, Indonesia, Philippines, Malaysia. Those areas were the inspiration behind the location and the food and the wardrobe and even some of the martial arts that you see in the movie. Disney created a Southeast Asia story trust, and this included choreographers, musicians, linguists, architects, martial artists, cultural experts, and anthropologists, and they consulted with them to make sure that the movie was as authentic as it could be. They even went and toured across the regions of Indonesia and Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos, and Singapore. There was some controversy online with the cast because a lot of the cast has Chinese and Korean heritage, whereas the characters in the movie are of a Southeastern Asian heritage. But the movie does have some big names. You have Awkwafina, Daniel Dae Kim, Gemma Chan, Sandra Oh, Benedict Wong, Alan Tudyk, but he voices Tuk Tuk. Given that his name is so close to the character, it kind of fits and works. The designs of the different scenes in this movie were so detailed and contrasting, and I think they did a very good job at showing that contrast.
A dystopian world.
It was very well written. I loved the storyline, inspiration behind it. People united, divided by the loss of protection and left vulnerable towards destruction. They fight for the last hope of prosperity. I think we see a lot of this in different aspects of life. Raya is the main character, and we follow her journey as she tries to heal and repair the world. And we see her come across new characters along the way as well. And each new character adds a great aspect to the storyline. And it really comes together in the end. Everything combines and builds to that climax of the story. Now I want to talk about my favorite, Sisu, the water dragon. Sisu is in the image of the dragons that you see in Southeast Asian culture. They don't have any wings. They're very slender and long. In Southeast Asian culture, dragons are seen very differently than they are in the West. In the West, dragons are typically seen to be more villainous and something to conquer. Those dragons are typically seen as enemies. In Southeast Asian cultures, dragons are seen as a sign of prosperity, a sign of hope, and they're like a spiritual deity, and they bring different aspects of positivity to people. Sisu became my favorite character, not just because she's a dragon, and I do love dragons, not just because of the fact that she's gorgeous. I love the colors of her. I love her hair. Her personality definitely shines in this movie, and she very quickly becomes, I hate to say it because I love Raya too, but she is definitely like the star of this movie. She's a very inexperienced dragon, but she has a lot of hope and trust in people and in things working out the way that they should. She's a very comedic, quirky character because she's always making wisecracks, speaking in slang, and just an overall goofball, kind of like how she just did a little dive off my shoulder. We should talk about Raya a little bit though. Sorry, Sisu. Raya and Sisu are very much working together throughout this movie. They're the main characters that we follow. Raya, she's not necessarily a specific ethnicity. She is just seen as a Southeast Asian woman. She provides a positive representation of women being strong. She's a very brave and skilled character. She is very headstrong, and she is very wise for her age because she's only 18 when the majority of the movie takes place. She also does have a sense of humor and is very playful when appropriate. The only thing is that she has difficulty trusting people.
Wow, you really got some trust issues.
I do think helps balance out the movie is that you have the two opposites working together. The movie overall has a positivity of feminism. There are many women that are in power and that are strong and brave and intelligent, and they don't need men to come to be the heroes. They can be their own heroes. The movie plays out really well. It's just under 2 hours, which I haven't really seen too many of the Disney animated movies getting to that 2-hour mark, but it almost was 2 full hours. And every moment in the movie is very specific and with purpose. And there isn't a dull moment where you think, oh, this shouldn't be in the movie. Every aspect in the movie belongs in the movie. It's easy to follow. It's very intriguing, and you want to keep following the story. There's a lot of growth in the characters. They play off of each other and learn from each other. But again, this movie is so fantastic. You should see it. It is so good.
I know.
In order to watch it, though, you do have to be Disney Plus members, so you have to have an account on Disney Plus. It is currently $30 to rent it. However, with that $30 purchase, you get to watch it as many times as you want between now and June 4th of 2021, when it will become free for all Disney Plus viewers. We watched it last night, and we've already watched it once this morning, and I turned it on for them to watch again downstairs while I was filming this to keep them busy. If you were to go to a movie theater to watch it, you would be paying probably $50+ anyways for a family of 4 to go and have your sodas and your candy and your popcorn. So this way you get to watch it in the comfort of your own home. No worries about COVID. Here in the Midwest, it is snowing. Yay. We just left Florida and got back over the weekend, and now it's snowing. So it's a good time to look into renting the movie and enjoying it from the comfort and warmth of your own home. If you are lucky enough to be in the South, though, and can be outside, I'm jealous. I hope I didn't spoil anything for anyone, and I hope this review was helpful. It was such a good movie. I can't recommend it enough. I've got my Sisu to keep me company, and we'll be watching it over and over again. Raya is such a strong character and a good example to young girls. Disney has been doing a lot of positive changes to their princesses and their stories, making them stronger, making them the heroes. I didn't mention it at the beginning, but I did not a full face. I just did eyes and lips today, and I did it in inspiration of Sisu. Purple lips, blue and white well, it's supposed to be light blue, but blues on the eyes. I will be creating a new playlist. It's going to be called Meyer Markers, Makeup and Magic. And no, not the disappearing, reappearing, cutting people in half card trick magic. It is about the magic that you feel inside when you are in a theme park. I will be creating looks based on icons of the theme parks and talking about history of those icons and where they've come from, where they're going, just a little bit of theme park chat while we do makeup. So stay tuned for that. Hope you get to see Raya and the Last Dragon. Fantastic movie. Until the next time we come to you, though, we'll see you at the next Meyer Marker. Oh!